Welcome, welcome. Everybody's just slipping in. Great to see you. Lots of wonderful, beautiful faces, people that I love dearly, and a whole lot of people that I haven't seen for a long time, and a whole lot of people that I haven't seen at all, I don't think. So welcome to our onboarding for CYD7. Get your head around that. CYD7, absolutely incredible. And my goodness, just a huge sense of gratitude and thanks for your love and for your service and for being here and turning up and giving all this good energy. And I think, from my perspective, I have no doubt whatsoever that this CYD7 is the gun. This is going to be the one to top them all. And after the first one was easy because we didn't know what we were doing and we just did it. And then we had to live up to something. And the second one was like, how are we going to beat that? And the third one, how are we going to beat that? And it's just continued to escalate. And it's become more and more easy, more and more smooth, more and more efficient. And we're getting better and better results. And now we're sort of really at the pinnacle of delivery. And you guys are a part of that. And I just got to say a really, really huge thanks for showing up and putting your hands up, yet again, and for the guys doing this for the first time, for stepping up and becoming Zoom hosts and supporting the Zoom hosts as co-hosts. We've got an amazing structure in place. So thank you very much indeed. We're really building on a legacy of 6 rounds of learning and evolving and succeeding at a higher and higher level. So we now have a system that works absolutely beautiful, and that system is based on the work. It's based on the work of setting a vision for how we want it to turn out. And that has been the key to the success of every round. So that's how I want to start this round. I want every person who's going to be involved in this work just to have a clarity in their mind of exactly what they're here for and exactly what they have in mind of delivering over the coming 6 weeks as an incredible cohesive team. So take a moment just to allow yourself to settle where you are and just allow yourself to let go of the day. Take a couple of moments just to breathe deeply and allow yourself to step into your creator circle. Find yourself just being aware of being connected to everything through all time and space, that you might be in a room, but that is part of a house, and the house is part of a neighborhood, and your neighborhood is part of a town, and your town is part of a state, and your state is part of a country, is part of a world, part of a solar system, and an entire solar system, which is just an entity, a single entity traveling through space in the same direction, is a tiny component of our galaxy, a beautiful spiral galaxy of 200 to 400 billion other solar systems, but very much an entity, a single entity, and that itself is just a dot in our universe. And you extend all the way through our planet, the solar system, our galaxy, and into the universe. You are present throughout time and space as a creator. And from that space, just take a moment to acknowledge yourself as a creator. Just acknowledge that you have gifts and skills and talents and passions that form your higher self, your mission on earth. And choose to be of service to this higher aspect of yourself, this part of you that is connected. Take a moment to set an intention to see every opportunity to serve your higher self and bring your heart to the table to let it shine in the world. And then let go of needing to know even how that has to look or how that has to be. Just hold in your mind that you're a creator. And from that space, in innocence, in service to your higher self, I want you to imagine a circle and define that as the end result of CYD7. Step into that circle and just take a moment to jot down the end result of your service in CYD7. What is your end result for CYD7? What are you choosing it to be about? And then when you've got a clear image of what that is for you, let's have a couple of shares just to see the type of things that we are all agreeing to. Christy, kick us off. Very beautiful.
I'm getting the image of the participants just being in awe of what they discovered, and really, really keen to sign up for alchemy, because they go, okay, I want more. But they're just so enthused. The image I got was that not only are they signing up for alchemy, but there's really spreading the word of what an amazing training it is. And it's just going, I'm just seeing it's going further and further and further. That's the image I got. It's just really strong. I just felt like, it's just like, wow, that'd be so amazing.
Beautiful.
So that's the vision I got. Yeah.
Stunning. Thank you. Hands up. Who else has got a vision? Claire, and then Ian, and then Samantha.
Hi. The vision I got was a firework display. And what was obvious to me about that was it was lots of individual explosions, which were happening for the individuals, but coming together, it was an amazing display of connection. I also got the image of wildfire, like Christy just said, really catching on and kind of taking off throughout the world.
Stunning. Awesome, Claire. Thank you. Yeah, you know about wavy hands, don't you? Just giving people energy for their support and things. Let's give lots of wavy energy and put some love and care into it. This is awesome stuff. Ian, wasn't it? Ian and then Samantha, I think.
It was Ian, yeah. Yeah,
Hey, brother.
I got it. Good having guys. Good to see you. I got a sense of a really powerful and loving and joyful experience for everybody, and an evolution of the work, a growth of the work, another ripple on the way to 1 million. And it's a bit like that, a movement developing, yeah, and the word is getting out there that this is the #1 modality, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I got, yeah.
Sensational. Yeah, lots of take up and acceptance and that energy going out in the world. Beautiful. Thank you. Samantha, I think it was.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I got love, service, opportunity, fun. Everybody is overwhelmed with excitement, not just for ourselves, but for others as well, and support and connection.
Beautiful. I love the support and connection part. Definitely concur. Awesome. Lovely stuff. Thank you. Alex, what have you got? Hi.
Hi. I got something where people were standing as individuals, but all of their, I'm just going to call it crap, all of their layers were falling away. All of their crap was falling away, and they were really being calm, solid, not scrambled. So I had a strong image of people being their individual selves.
Clarity and coming home to themselves. I'll go with that. That's awesome. Yeah, beautiful. Taking the work on. Maybe one or two more. Angela, and then Kerry.
Words that came to me were clarity, action taking, and being in the end result.
Ah, great. Go with that. Fantastic. Thank you. Who do we have next?
Me.
Yeah,
Kerry?
Kerry. Hey, Kerry.
Yeah, hi Guy. I got serving, connection, happiness and fun. I had light bulbs going off and people connecting to themselves and others and wanting more.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I'll go with that. Bring that on. Fantastic. Maybe one more. Margot, good to see you.
Sorry, hi. I got really almost a symbolic representation of the work being the hero. And it was kind of like an abstract statue, and all these people were standing around it, and they were just focusing on the work and learning it as the end result, and everything just going well. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks very much. Gorgeous to have you with us again. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I definitely got the collaboration. I got the goodwill. I got the focus, the ability to stay in our higher selves. And I got that amazing sense of awe from the delegates who just are learning and absorbing it and just being blown away and rediscovering their hearts and waking up, and then that ripple going out into their lives as a transformational impact that we're having on the world, for sure. Awesome. So we've got a definite theme that sort of comes out through our joint vision of what's going to happen, and that vision is a really important thing. It doesn't matter how often I've done this, there's always a point at which I start falling back into my habits and things like that, and that's when I bring out my vision written as a yes, this is what it's about, and allowing that to hold me to be you know, true to what we're doing here. So keep a hold of that, and remember that nothing that you do from this point on relating to CYD7 happens without you stepping into the vision circle. How about that as the first thing to take on, is that everything you do from now onwards, just go, I'll do it from the vision circle of what we're setting out to achieve. And that way you'll have a much easier, free-flowing, powerful CYD7. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for taking that on. So I think things are pretty close to kick off. How close are we going? We've got Nadia here from Sport Test. Everybody knows Nadia, the amazing Nadia. Nothing happens in natural success without her knowing about it. So really, absolutely thrilled. Thanks for taking the time and joining us tonight. She's going to go over some changes to how the structure's been set up this time around. And it'll be either a reminder or telling us exactly what needs to be done next. So Nadia, over to you, just to set us up for where we're standing and where we're going.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you, everyone. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you in person, because we probably know each other from help desk. So nice to see you. And yeah, hi, everyone. All right. So let me share with you some changes first that are happening this round. First question for you guys is, has any one of you not participated in the previous round 6? Oh yeah, there are a few people. Okay, so just briefly, I'm gonna tell. Yeah. So I'm not sure how high is your awareness, but basically we splitted the course into two different courses now. So it's not Create Your Destiny anymore. It's Super Conscious, and which is 2 weeks free course, and then Create Your Destiny. Sorry, Super Conscious is 2 weeks, then Create Your Destiny, which is 3 weeks. And it's there is a small registration fee to join Create Your Destiny now. And why are we doing it? Because we want to invest this money in ads. So every single penny that is, or cent that is being invested in Create Your Destiny is being invested into advertisement, because we would like to have some new blood, basically new people, build, expand and build, higher and better, bigger community. And it's working really, really well. And of course, this round is going to be the biggest round ever. I'm going to share numbers with you in a minute. So exactly, it's just exploding. And, it's just aligned with William's mission to deliver this course to 1 million people. So that's basically why we're doing this. Then just to give you numbers, so last week we had, on Sunday we had onboarding with UK people, and the numbers changed already by a few hundred. So for UK, we have 4,180 people registered, which is crazy. So it's like, wow. And for Australia, for some reason, this year we are much lower. So we have 2,741 registrations so far. So yeah, normally we have more for Australia, but I don't know what shifted, what happened. So yeah, these are the numbers. So it's, as you can see, we have almost 6,500 people. Last round we have about 5,000 people. So yeah, it's gonna be massive, big round. So yeah, enjoy it, and yeah, just I hope you're gonna have an amazing and wonderful experience. Right, regarding super conscious. As you know, the live webinar with William is on 24th in Australia and 20th in the UK. So if you, I don't know if there are probably some people from the UK here as well. So because we are so busy, we have so many participants, of course, we want to give participants priority to join a live call with William on Zoom, because obviously it's so just they get to know him, they have that experience, being with him in one room. So if you could join the session 5 to 10 minutes later, live webinar, that would be great. So just to give participants the opportunity to be with him, because as I don't know if you know, but Zoom has a limited amount of participants, it's 1,000. So if after 5 or 10 minutes you cannot get on the session, it means that we reached a capacity and there is more than 1,000 people, 1,000 people on the session. But no worries, a few days before live webinars, we're going to send you a YouTube link to join the live stream. So we're going to live stream it on our Natural Success YouTube channel. So if you are subscribed to that channel and you activated notifications, you will get notified basically that we are live streaming. But if not, no worries, we're going to send you a link to YouTube, basically live stream. So just save it. It's going to be sent a few days before. So just save it somewhere just in case if you want to join. So yeah, but you should get a notification if you're on the channel. So I think that's it when it comes to changes. And the other thing, changes when it comes to Zoom host and co-host pairing up. So what we're doing differently this round, we want, you probably received the email already, all the Zoom hosts and co-hosts. Have we got any co-hosts on the call? Yeah, perfect. Right. So what happened is on Tuesday we sent a link to join YouTube channel. If you type Natural Success in YouTube, it's gonna pop up definitely. And if someone can send a link, that would be great. Right. So on Tuesday we sent an email to co-hosts, to Zoom hosts. Sorry, I'm gonna have to Zoom hosts and co-hosts are always mixed up in my head for some reason. Right. So on Tuesday we sent a link to Zoom hosts, asking you to create a profile in Team HQ Facebook group. Adding a tag Let's Pair Up with some information, when you're going to run the sessions and so on. And all these posts, we have a lot of posts already in Team HQ group, and how you can find them is to go into the topics, and you can see it straight away, and then click on the topic Let's Pair Up, and you will see all the profiles from the Zoom hosts that are looking for co-hosts. So what we want to do this round is we want you to work as a team, because we realize that it's so much more beneficial for everyone if Zoom hosts and co-hosts pair up for the whole duration of the course. And you just work together, you learn from each other, you support each other, and it's much better, much higher experience for everyone. So if you can pair up with one or more Zoom hosts, if you like, that would be great. So all the informations are there. So Zoom host posted information when they're running the session, and obviously choose a Zoom host that suits you best. Just reach out to them and just stay committed, basically, because what we require from everyone is just to be committed every single week. You're not just joining for 1 week or two weeks. When you're part of the team, you're in it, we're in it together, and we're doing it collectively every week, and we're supporting each other every week. So basically that's the reason why. So if you're a co-host, I think you received an email today already, how basically where to find all the profiles from a Zoom host that you can pair up with. And if you have any questions, by the way, just write them down. We're gonna have FAQ later. So I hope that's clear. So yeah, you also you received your links and login details to membership platform for CYD today, probably an hour ago. So please test them, have a look if you can log in. And if you cannot log in before you reach out to help desk, just clear cache and cookies in your browser. Because for some reason, Kartra, our system software that we use, is connected to cache and cookies. I don't know exactly how it works, but if your browser is full of junk and cookies from other website, and that website, you have problems with logging in. So do that first and then log in. And that's normally 90% of login issues are solved by that. And check out the platform. So what I'm going to do with you now is to share a team section. So just to let you know, only Zoom hosts have access to team section on the membership site, because basically the only information how to host sessions on that. So that's why we decided just to give the access only to co-hosts, right? It's to Zoom hosts when it comes to. Right, oh gosh. Let me just share my screen. Perfect. Right. So can everyone see my screen? Perfect, right. So let's go to, so these are my notes to make sure I cover everything. So yeah, team section. So when you log in, just this is, that's for Zoom host, basically. Please familiarize yourself with this section. This is your Bible, basically, for the whole training. And everything is here, all the instructions, all the information that you need, how to run a session, how to be a great Zoom host, everything is here. So if you haven't done it before, no worries, we have you covered, we have your bag, all the instructions are here. And of course, if you're still not sure what to do, you can always reach out to us. We have an amazing leadership team, which we're going to introduce in a minute. That is here to help you and support you as well. So the most important part of the team section is group exercise info. So as you can see here, you have every exercise every week is divided is basically created with intention to give it as clear and as possible instructions. So if every week you have written what exercises you're running, what you have to do during the session, when you're creating the team up calendar session, what to put in there. So, everything is explained in every week. So basically on a weekly basis, just have a look through here. Don't make it up. Just stick to the structure that we created, because, it's very easy if you just read the instructions and just follow what we created. It's not it's not hard. It's just amazing, and it's gonna serve you and serve the participants for you to hold the space by following the structure that we created for you. And it's pretty easy, and you just open the Zoom session, do the exercise, do a little debrief at the end, and that's it pretty much. And you have all the instructions here. Another thing, please, when you're creating exercises on Team Up calendar, please separate them. Just don't run massively long sessions because it's not beneficial for anyone. So just keep them separate. You can run one exercise after another, but just implement 10-15 minutes break between, so people can leave, people can join, people can go to the toilet, and so on. And again, everything is explained in every week, basically what you need to do. Please do not use pre-registration on Zoom option as well. Just create the link and post it in the team app description, because we realize it breaks some data privacy laws. And debriefs at the end, please keep them sweet and short. And just let participants know that there will be debriefs and FAQ sessions provided for them by leadership team every single day. Leadership team will organize sessions for them. So just redirect participants to that debrief. And obviously, if they have a question, depending on the question, if it's just a quick question, you can just answer it. But if the question is more complex and it requires more time, just send them to FAQ session. So yeah, I think that's it when it comes to that. So yeah, this is the very important part. So I'll definitely check it out unless you've done it many times before and you know what you're doing. Then adding a Zoom session. Again, everything is explained here. Just watch all the guides before you create any sessions, and please do not post any session before 24 hours before the webinar. We will send you emails on a weekly basis when to post basically the sessions. And please, for now, I think Linda or Cal will mention that just to post one session a week for now. Very important, please make sure that your time zone in TeamUp calendar when you're creating a session is set to local time. I can just quickly show you how to do it. So that's the first thing when you're creating a session on TeamUp. Just make sure here, obviously I'm in the UK, so just make sure that this is your local time. And if the local time is incorrect, all you need to do is just to find it here and set it up into your local time. Right. And very important, when you create a description in TeamUp as well, just make sure that the link to your Zoom session is clickable. Is made live because for some reason people that are using Apple products or iPads, they cannot copy and paste it or something. Yeah, just make it's better basically for everyone if it's clickable, and make sure that you add your contact details as well to the description because as you know, we have participants joining from all over the world, and not every participant will have a correct time zone in the TeamUp calendar, so they might be trying to join your session at different times, and they might, they always send us, we get a lot of tickets on help desk that people are not being let in onto the session and so on, so they might want to contact you and confirm time with you, or if they're running late or something, so it would be good that if they had a way to contact you basically. And obviously Zoom host will have a pro Zoom account. That's the most important thing. If you're a Zoom host, you need a pro Zoom account, because otherwise you can do only 40 minutes, which is not enough. Yeah, and I think that's it. Guy, do you have anything else to add when it comes to Zoom sessions?
Well, like I said, we've based this version on all of our learning, and it's now so simple, and it's follow the directions. You've got some great training videos in there. The instructions are being sent out every week. So really, there's no creativity at all. So just follow the instructions. And really, at the end of the day, we spend a lot of time sort of looking at and analyzing each session. But our job as Zoom hosts is really just to allow the participants to try the exercises. And if you think about it in that simple terms, you're just there to help the participants go through the exercises. That's it. Yeah. We're not there as coaches. We're not there trying to teach them anything. We're just giving the opportunity. So if you keep that as part of your mindset, I'm just here to give them a chance to try the exercises, then you're doing your job. Don't make it any more complicated than that. No, just keep it really simple. The setup of posting your sessions, you're going to be given exactly what to say and exactly what to put in the headings. If you think about this from a perspective of, if it was a live class, you would have one experience for everybody. And we're trying to replicate that, is to give everybody doing the training the same experience. So if any one of us starts being creative and trying to make our session different to anybody else's, you are pushing against the current of giving everybody the same experience, which is to go through the course. And the course itself has been beautifully designed. I think anybody here can argue that the course has been designed poorly or badly or anything. So just deliver the course. And that will be a tick of excellence. That is the tick of excellence. Keeping it simple and delivering the consistency across the board. So don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. And it's been made really, really simple for us. I can't tell you how simple it is now. The directions are there, and you're going to be reminded every week of what to post and when to post. So just follow those. I think that's the key thing. Keep coming back to your vision. And And you know, there's some obvious things, and we think of them as obvious, but they're probably worth mentioning. Things like don't move ahead in the work. If you're being asked questions and it's about next week's work, then hold the tension for these people. Remember, we are all creators, and tension is something that we are comfortable with. We have a healthy relationship to tension now. And so use tension, which has been built into the course very specifically to get people going, what's going to happen next? And how do I deal with this? And how do I work with it? It's like, perfect, great. Let them stew in the tension. It's part of the course. It's part of the learning. And then they'll discover the next week how to apply it and what the next step is. But don't ever be tempted to take them ahead and resolve that tension for them. So play with tension. Tension's a part of our thing. Let them have the tension. The course demands that they have tension, and we're there to hold it for them. I think something else that came up on a regular basis was around, obviously there's a number of coaches amongst us, but we're not there. We're not in that capacity. We're in the capacity of just allowing people the experience of doing the exercises. Remember that. And so there's no need to do readings on people and do meditations and things. The meditations is another thing I think worth mentioning, hey? If we're looking for a consistent experience across the board, then I know some of us are perfectly capable of delivering the spoken meditations ourselves. But if we want consistency across, let's just agree that the best way to do this is to play the recording of the meditations, yeah? And that way everybody's getting exactly the same experience. And that's, that's what we're aiming for. So don't feel that you need to be creative on anything. Remember, when you're sharing a video, there's two little boxes at the bottom when you're sharing a screen. Tick the boxes for share video, best quality, and share audio for video, and then you can play the audio for them. Nadia showed you how to add your sessions in, but remembering, of course, that we don't want sessions right on top of each other. So if you go to add a session and you want 6 o'clock and there's already one at 6 o'clock, put it at 2:15 or 2:15. And what we found in past experience is that people that missed the 6 o'clock one then just go, bugger, they're not letting me in because I'm 10 minutes late. They look and see what else is available. One starting in 5 minutes time. Yeah, you beauty. And that was constant feedback. We got good feedback on that. So just, shuffle 15 minutes each way so you're not right on top of somebody else. That doesn't make any sense at all. Linda, feel free to jump in if you come up with something that you suddenly remember.
Only a couple of things have come to mind. First one being that if you do go ahead and put more than one set of sessions in, now I know there's a couple of weeks where we do need to split the sessions up. That's totally fine. But if you end up putting the same exercise in, there are those of us in leadership who have been instructed to go and find you guys and either ask you to remove one or take it out. It'd actually be really awesome if we never had to reach out to any of you and say, can you please remove at least, some of those duplicate sessions? What we would love to do is have the other quality problem is to be reaching out to you to go, hey, could you add some more sessions, because we've got lots of people who still need to do these exercises. So we'd love to be able to be reaching out for that. I think the frequently asked questions / debrief sessions, very, very powerful. So, again, just to reiterate, if there are some curly questions, even if they're not curly, send them to the frequently asked questions and debrief sessions just to really help them to bed that work in. They're there exactly for that reason, and to take care of anything that if someone's really not getting it, they can come to those sessions and ask those tricky questions. What else was there I was going to say? On Facebook, the CYD page is filling up very, very quickly. In terms of new members coming on, and it's going to get even more hectic in the next couple of weeks in the lead up to and the week or two beyond the start date. We will have a post go up where you can introduce yourself. So please don't put in submissions for a post where here I am, I'm a host, I'm introducing myself. We'll have one post where you can put your introduction into the comments. So you can put your photo there, you can talk about where you're from, you can say when your sessions are going to be and that sort of thing, who your co-host is, and that would be awesome. But otherwise, it's just going to get really hairy if everyone's just trying to get posts in, and it's sort of annoying to, as a moderator, to be sitting there rejecting posts. And, you know, we don't like rejecting posts, but we do know what works and what doesn't work. So that'd be awesome. Just hang with the tension until we're building the crowd, we're building the tension. And just before our first webinar, we'll put a post up so you guys can introduce yourselves and really go for it. So, and we're looking forward to then applauding you in your role as hosts and co-hosts. So yeah, that were the things that occurred to me.
Fantastic. A lot of this success of this is your energy and holding your energy all the way through. It's easy up at the beginning. It's all exciting. It's all new. You come 2 or 3 weeks in and you're feeling, oh, this is taking up time and things like that. Go back to the vision. And part of the energy is the Facebook page, and it's just going in there, supporting, putting in comments, welcoming people, great share, wasn't at a super session, keeping the energy high. And this work does rely on us as a team to keep that energy going. And also, I know that we're going to have really busy sessions in the live session, but you know, if you are on the live session, putting up your hand, sharing, you know, participating, and there's nothing like for a newbie to see lots of hands going up to go, oh, I'm missing out. I'm going to share as well, you know. So don't worry, even if you're never picked, keep those hands going up and going, yeah, willingness, I'm sharing. It's good fun to share. It's okay to share. Create that space for you know, the newbies to participate fully. There were a couple of things Nadia said I just want to go over a second time just to reiterate. One of them was make sure that your link when you set up your Zoom sessions is to a waiting room. I don't know if you got that, but make sure that they go into a waiting room, that they don't have to register for you know, to say I'm attending or anything. Just open it up so they go into a waiting room. So yes, you won't know beforehand whether you're going to have 10 or 15 or 20 people on your call, but you're a creator and you'll deal with whatever numbers come your way. Don't make it easy on yourself by going, oh, I want to know how many people are there so that I can bullshit. Just let it be whatever it's going to be. Because as Nadia said, you collecting emails is contrary to privacy laws. So let's not break that one. And the other one that we had a little bit of trouble last time is when you're posting in the calendar, you get to end, you paste in your link to your Zoom session, press the enter button after that, and it turns it blue with an underline. It makes it a live link. And that way people can click on it. So that's what Nadia was referring to. Just make your links to your webinar live so that they don't have to be copied and pasted. They can just be clicked on. Otherwise, you will be spoon-fed all the way through. The videos, as I say, up in that team section are amazing of how to do things and when to do things and what to post and when to post them. So you are, you know, you'll be guided through absolutely smoothly. And there's nothing much more to it than that. Are there any sort of burning questions that you've got about how it's going to work and what your role is? And Ed, let's hear from you, and then Angela.
Yeah, just one little thing, a couple of little things actually. Cool. We found it really helpful if co-hosts were putting co-host after their name.
Yes, good point. Yeah.
And if you're a Zoom host and you're just jumping on somebody else's session because you're curious about how curious, just put that there too. That way they can, put you in room with, they just know who's there. That was just one thing I noticed. And also, Nadia, are you still collecting data after the sessions in the Google spreadsheet? No, not doing that anymore.
No. Okay. So if you want to see what that looks like, if you go and look at Keely's, she's just put CH after this. She's my co-host. And very grateful to have her on board. So thank you very much indeed. And so that's what it looks like. If you're a co-host, pop it on there. And this is, I'll tell you why this is useful, is that I know Keely's going to be attending my sessions and I know Aileen's going to do the first one. So thanks, Aileen. But if I've got another co-host there, that's also helpful. And I want to know. So I may not require them, but when there's numbers a little bit out and things like that, I'll look through and I'll look to see who's co-host. So I won't put a group of 3 co-hosts in a room together. So it's really helpful to know who the co-hosts are ahead of time so that I can shuffle them up and they can become sort of like team leaders for that little group or that exercise. So that's really helpful to do. If you're pitching up at somebody's event, not as their official co-host, still put co-host in there. It'd be really helpful. Awesome. Thanks for that. Yeah, good point, Ed. Thanks. And then Angela.
So mine was just about being a co-host, because much of what I've heard is being a host, and this is my first time. My understanding is to be there as an extra number in case you need people in the rooms, and just to back up anything that's said or support or come in with what you know to be true.
Yeah.
But just in case I missed anything, are there any specific roles for co-hosts apart from signing up to sessions?
Yeah, it's a great question, isn't it? My debrief for co-host will be that once we start the session, I'm going to be wanting to focus on delivering the content. So if I've got people arriving late and I'm going, oh, hang on, I've just got to let other people in, my mind gets scattered. And if people are putting things in the chat, I don't want to be sitting there going, oh, is that important? Do I need to know about what's in the chat? Or do I need to read through it? I just want to be delivering my stuff. So looking after the chat, letting people in, and agreeing with your co-host beforehand, how late do you want to let people in? Because if they're arriving 15 minutes late and you're in the middle of a meditation or you're in the middle of an exercise and then suddenly you've got funny numbers, you just agree at some stage we're going to stop letting people in. So have that discussion with your Zoom host beforehand, and then take care of just basically keeping them focused on what they're doing. And then it's a second set of eyes. It's frequent, particularly if you've got big numbers, more than, I don't know what fits on a page 25, but if you've got 30 people there, there's a second page, you've got people that are going, I want to share, or something. And your co-host can quietly nudge you and go, you keep missing, that invisible person on page 2. What else have I missed? What else is useful from the co-hosts who've done this before? What else do you love your co-hosts doing? Zoom hosts, what do you love your co-hosts doing?
Some co-hosts are awesome at setting up breakout rooms while you're busy putting your content together.
Nice. Yeah, getting the numbers lined up. Yeah, good one. So discuss that with your Zoom host who's going to set up the breakout rooms. That's a beauty. Good stuff. Does that answer you, Angela?
Yeah, I think I had a question what you just said then. So I'm presuming a little bit of training beforehand, just because I haven't co-hosted in doing the breakout rooms and so on.
Yeah, there's some fantastic videos on YouTube on how to do that, and it's quick and easy. Once you've seen it done once, you'll go, yeah, no worries. Yeah, great point.
And I didn't.
By the way, can I add something? Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Nadia, go ahead.
Right. So we will be sending you email with instructions, basically how to use Zoom. So if you have never done it before, no worries. We picked out like the best videos on Zoom from YouTube, because it's important that pick the newest video that is on YouTube, because if you pick the old one, it might be not up to date, because Zoom keeps changing and evolving. So we're going to send you 3 links. First one is how to create a session, so how to create the link, then how to create a breakout room, and then the third one, how to share your audio from your computer so you can play William's meditation. So just watch these videos. They're like up to 5 minutes, and you will. And definitely, I recommend you to practice it before if you've never done it before. Just organize a Zoom meeting with your family or something, or friends, and just practice breakout rooms and sharing the audio. And so when you're doing a session for the first time, you are not stressed. You know what you're doing, and yeah, you're just holding the space perfectly for the participants. So yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks, Angela. All right, any other burning questions? Oh, yeah, a couple there. Tim.
Yeah,
and then Karen.
I was just wondering, this is my first time as a co-host, so...
Well, thank you. Welcome.
No problem. How does one move from being a co-host to a Zoom host?
It's confidence, and when you're ready, next time you put up your hand and go, I'll be a Zoom host.
Okay. So am I right then in also saying that during the exercises, we may be partnering up in the breakout rooms with other people?
Correct. Okay. So depending on the numbers, if I need an extra person, then I'll pop them in. If the numbers work out without the co-host, I'll keep them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Beautiful. Karen, you are next.
Yes. With the co-hosts, after if you're working with one person all the time, often they take over part of they feel the confidence, and they take over part of the presentation. Is that okay? I mean, it always works well for me.
Yeah, you're in a team together and you're delivering the work. So quite happy for you to do that. Yeah, and most of the co-hosts will find that they are, quite competent at doing that. No problem with that at all, Karen. Good point. Yeah, it's a development position. So get an idea of how it works, and the next time you can do it yourself for sure.
Yeah.
Other Karen. Good to see you.
I was just wondering, as a host, do you ever do the exercises?
Yes, but I do them in the main room. So occasionally, particularly if there's pairs and I've got odd numbers, then I'll do the exercise in the main room, because remember that as a Zoom host, you need to be aware of people that fall out for tech reasons, and then you need to let them back in. So if you're not in the main room, you won't see that. So yeah, occasionally I do.
Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. All right, Cal, gorgeous Cal.
Hello, good evening.
Hey ho.
Depending on where you are. I've got a special request, and it's to do with the lives on the Saturdays. Is that, it's really good when we're doing those lives for you guys to really bring the energy and anchor what's going on every week in the content in those lives, because as you know, in CYD you can start, the participants can start getting ahead of themselves and stuff like that. It's really good for us to know that we've got lots of people to call on to anchor it back to what is actually happening at that time. So bring your energy, put your hand up. Don't be discouraged if we don't get to you. I try, and every week we try and make sure that we've got different people and different hosts coming on. The other thing I ask for you to do in that is not talk about how many times you've done CYD. It puts off the participants and it takes you out of being present. And we want you to be present, because you're going to be learning things as hosts as well, and co-hosts, and you're really going to be, you'll be learning new things and new landings. Come to those lives with those, because they're relevant. They're just as relevant as the participants. So share as a participant even, and just talk about what you're learning, what's landing for you, what are you getting in the content of that particular week. Trying not to run ahead, because we know you've all done it before. Try and make sure that you're focused in just that content of that week. But your energy in that and your contributions in those lives really anchors it for the participants quite a lot. And we balance it. So we're making sure that they are very focused and keep that whole thing focused. So that's my request. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all flourish.
Beautiful. Yeah, good words. Wise words. Fantastic. Thanks, Cal. Wonderful. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I'll wrap it up there with just going hold the vision, and again, just expressing deep gratitude for you guys showing up, and really looking forward to playing in CYD7 with you. Stephanie.
There are going to be team meetings again on Saturdays after the official.
Correct. Yeah.
Is it again half an hour after the meeting finishes?
That's correct. I'm just going to my next one. I've got, the live will end, it's an hour and a half, so it'll start at 9, finish at 9:30, and I've got it down for, it'll end at 10:30, won't it? 10:30, and I've got it for 10:45, so it's 15 minutes afterwards.
If the live finishes earlier due to whatever reason, do we start then also earlier? What takes precedence, the 15 minutes or the 10:45?
Okay, just from the people online, I'm going to make an executive decision that 15 minutes afterwards, I'm going to open the session. I'll be there 15 minutes after whenever we finish.
Thank you.
Okay, good call. All right. And then we can get on with our weekend, it's like, not for dragging it out. Fantastic. Any other questions? If you have, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Happy to answer whatever questions and help with whatever you need help with. If it's a technical question and it's something that's not working for you, Nadia's there at the end of support desk, and drop them a line, and just appreciate that they'll be getting really busy as we get started, and they'll have what 6,000 questions coming in from all of the delegates and stuff as well. But you know, they do a phenomenal job. So thanks so much for being there. Tamara.
Thank you. So this is my first time co-hosting. I've not heard about this extra meeting. Do we attend that, or is that just for the hosts?
Would love to have you along for that. It's just to do a debrief on how the week's gone, what you're finding working, and we keep it short and sharp and punchy. But it does keep us cohesive. And if there's anything to be passed on from upline, then that's what comes down through those meetings. So yes, please.
Is that a separate link to join that, or?
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
But again, you'll get instructions. Hey, Nadia?
Excellent. Great. Thank you.
I just wanted to add that basically you're going to receive an email tomorrow with all the instructions and information about team sections, team sessions, and master classes, basically. So yeah, you will get that email tomorrow.
Thanks so much.
And I'll give you a hint. It's the same one as we're using this evening.
Thanks,
so
guys.
that should be helpful. No worries at all.
Would that also be for the UK?
No. So UK's got their own. They'll do their own debriefs in the UK, and we do ours 15 minutes after the Australian live. All right. Brilliant. Nadia, you want to take us out?
Yeah, and I just want to have two more things to cover, basically. First one is, if you, for some reason, if you put your session in TeamUp calendar and for some reason life happens, you cannot run it. So we have like a structure for it. So if you cannot do it, please inform help desk that you're not able for some reason to run the session. And in the description of your session in TeamUp calendar, just write down that the session is cancelled and the available time for the next session, basically. So just check in the calendar what session is next and just put that details in your description. And very important, if you have any questions or you're not sure about anything, just always reach out to help desk. Don't send messages to team and stuff. Just really reach out to us at help desk, and we will respond to you as soon as possible. So yeah, that's it for me.
Big wave for help desk, because those guys just make our job so easy. Thanks so much, eh? Keep up the good work. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah. And the moderators too. Let's have a fantastic round, set the vision, and again, let's get this one underway. Thanks, everybody.
Do we make noise now?
Yeah,
if you want to make noise, why not? Yeah.
Guys, see you.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See you live.